going on? It's Lugo back again with Fat to Fit day 114. And today we had an upper or a push day and my primary bench day. And honestly, this felt pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with the way bench moved. I was still testing out wrist wraps, especially on my earlier sets, because I managed to not get a wrist injury, but like more like a strain in my wrist here, when I pull it back for benching. I don't even know how. It wasn't. I'm pretty sure the way I got it, it wasn't even training. It was like trying to do dips at my house, and we have a dip station that I got during COVID. That's handles are like very thin, and I'm pretty sure I strained my wrist because the handle wasn't enough to support my hand and my wrist because I have a very big structure, and so if something isn't like supportive enough, uh, I like strain myself trying to stabilize, and I strained my wrist, but I waited until my top set to use it, and honestly, all the sets that I did without my wrist wraps, they all felt better. I just think that I'm able to get a better wrist position without wrist wraps than I am with wrist wraps. And maybe that's just due to the fact that I'm tightening them too much, but I honestly just really like how my bench looks without wrist wraps versus with. So I don't know if the experiment will continue with wrist wraps. We'll see how it looks, but it just feels like my bar path is too, like my arm is too straight up and down, and I'm not cocking my wrist back enough. But I mean, we'll see. I really do like how it looks without wrist wraps, though. So moving forward, I'll probably do the bulk of my sets still without wrist wraps, and my top set at the very least. But went up to 90s on the low incline dumbbell, man, and honestly, I'm starting to feel really good with this movement. I did 8 on the first set with the 90s, and honestly, I really want to get back to 100s, just particularly for like an ego thing, to be honest, because I haven't pressed 100s in a long time, since the last time I was in the gym, because I just haven't been as strong. But my pressing strength is getting up real fast, which I'm very happy about, because being a good presser is it's something that, I mean, it just makes you look like a Giga Chad, you know. So I'm just really glad we have heavy ass dumbbells in this gym, and I plan to start pressing really heavy soon, in the hundreds, hopefully for at least 6. But for now, probably not for like another month. I would say I will touch the hundreds because I have to finish progressing the 90s. I want to at least get 9 before I move to 95s, and then I'll probably progress that for about a month from 6 to 9 again, and then I'll move to 100s probably for 6 in about a month or so. But honestly, I'm really happy with how everything was today. The only thing I'm not really happy about is this dumbbell shoulder press top set. I didn't realize I was being a dickhead and not going low enough. So I fixed it on my second set, and I kind of just turned them in a little bit and tried to go as low as I could. And I think the reason that I've tried this before, but I was getting shoulder pain. But I noticed that when I did this time, I wasn't getting any shoulder discomfort. So I think moving forward on these, I'm gonna try to turn them in again a little bit, and really try to get lower and get more volume on this. I'll probably lower my weight again, to like 70 or maybe 65 there, and then progress it that way because I'm not significantly weaker, but I do feel like I'm missing out on range of motion, particularly on that dumbbell shoulder press by not turning it in and going down, to like my shoulder joint at least. But for now, we'll have to deal with this shitty set. But honestly, man, like weight's been stable. I'm not gonna lie, I did have a cheat meal. Not a cheat meal. It was kind of a binge. Probably about 2 days ago, my weight shot up to around 280, 85 yesterday on my rest day, and I managed to get it back in check today, back to 282. But I just wanted to be transparent because not everything is perfect with the diet. I still have temptations, and sometimes I give into it. But the biggest thing is that you can always get back on track with your diet. You know, not everything is all bad if you end up binging, right? It's just one day you made a mistake and then you have to get back on diet. You know, and I think a lot of people try to like starve themselves completely and then just end up binging again, which is not the it's just not the most efficient route to take if you know that you're just going to lead back into binging. You know, like it's really important to just trust yourself and trust that you won't do it again and just go back to your diet. You know, and people were like, but I ruined my progress. And it's like, it's okay. You can always get back on track and make more progress, but you can't if you cheat again, right? You know, it's you have to think of weight loss as a marathon and not a sprint or a race. It's its own beast, and you just have to take it slow and understand that one day out of however long it's going to take you to lose this weight isn't going to ruin it. But if you let it turn into weeks and then months of just continuous bad habits, then it will ruin it. But you have to understand that you have control over that. It's up to you at the end of the day. And that's one of the things that I've probably learned from losing weight a lot is that one bad day, a bad week, isn't going to ruin your entire progress, right? You set new markers, and I know specifically for me, like I set new markers for myself, and I never want to go under them. And it honestly does lead to some bad habits sometime, whether that's in training, whether that's with my weight. You know, as soon as you set that marker, you don't want to go below it because you feel like you're regressing. But I think that that's such a primitive mindset to have. You know, I think that as I've gotten older and as I've matured more in my training in my mind, like I've started to realize that I don't care if I have to go back down because if I go back down, I can make the weight that I'm at look better. I can have more muscle. I can, you know, with my training, if I have to go back down in weight, okay, that's fine. I can make this weight look easier, more perfect, better form. I can move it faster. There's so many factors of progress that you have to realize it's not just, you know, the up and down. Like you can make stuff be better, look better, and feel better at certain weights, whether that's with training or whether that's with your body weight. Like it isn't always just a black and white thing, and that's the thing that I think you have to realize, especially if you're somebody that struggles with weight loss like myself a lot. You know, it's that there's more than just one metric, and I think that that's very important to see. But either way, I was a dickhead and I ate like shit. So, you know, letting the body weight even out. But we're gonna go back on it, man. I'm not gonna let one bad binge day stop me from progressing. I just don't think that that is going to stop the way that I'm feeling now. You know, and it only took me one day to get back to normal. So we're going full steam on ahead still. Tomorrow I got a pretty decent back day coming, and I'm really excited. I got my new Avances shoes, lower size, and they fit really good. So I'm really excited to use those. But that's pretty much the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed my rambling, please consider leaving a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 115 and a pull back day. Thanks for watching.